How's it going right there, eh? It's Denis here from Danilo's Outdoors. Out walking around on that new property across the lake. I'm just checking out to see what is here for wood, and I took a walk here a while back before we bought it. Here's a couple of tree stands that I found. Deer stands. I don't think they've been used in a while. There's one here, and then there was one way over there. The trail kind of runs in through here. But there's a cedar tree there, which is not a bad size. I think it's probably 14 inches at the butt. But there's a lot of branches, and if I had to, I could use that on the short end of the cabin. But going in through here, there's not as many. They're more sparse. It's a lot kind of drier. But at the starting of the property, way back in there was a cedar. I just measured it. That one right in there. That's not a bad size. Those ones I don't mind if I take them because they're kind of getting choked in here. That would kind of open everything up. But yeah, nice property in through here. There's a couple of trails meandering through at the start, or where I'm heading towards now. That's where I'm putting the gates at, and there's a lot of cedar actually right in there. It's a little wetter. That's probably where I'll concentrate on getting most of them. But I thought I'd cut in through here just to get an idea. I figure I'm probably going to need 48 to 50 of them. There's another one right there. It's probably 14 inches at the butt. So I guess what you do, obviously, you put the bigger ones on the bottom, and then you kind of, while you're working your way up, you get kind of thinner ones going out there, so they're easier to lift up. So like I was saying, I figure I need probably 48 to 50 logs maximum. What I'll do is road kind of keeps going that way too. I'll pause you for now, and when I get back to the starting of the road where a lot of the cedar is, I'll turn you back on there. Yeah, there's the odd cedar all through here. I want to get everything that's kind of close to the road, and then later on, if I do need to get more for future projects, I can kind of walk through and try to find some more. Anyhow, stand by. Okay, here I'm back at the starting of the service road, or my road, I guess. That's right there where I'm going to put my gate. I got one pole there. I couldn't actually put another pole. I dug on that side and with solid rock, so actually I'm going to mount it to that tree, and then I'll cut the top of that tree off so it doesn't sway around in the wind. But just right in here, that's where I just came from. That's the trail. So I was in here earlier, and this is where there's a bunch of pretty good sized cedar. So I'm gonna have to cut a trail in here for the ATV and the tractor, I guess. And usually what you do is you cut a trail, start driving through it without hauling logs a day or so in advance, so that it allows the frost to drive down into the trail, so you're not spinning and ripping around. And so here's just to give you an example. I don't know, that's probably, let's get a tape here. Yeah, so that one's probably almost 15 inches at the butt, and that's not really a big one. There's a few of them. They're probably all about that size, but there's a few bigger ones. And like all in through here, way down in there. So what I'll do is I'll figure out exactly where most of them are, and I'll cut a trail in the middle and then just start working my way. That's not a bad one right in there. It's got a little bit of a crook in it in the top. but the longest I need is like 20 feet. So I'll cut them at 20 feet. Way in. Can't point at the right spot. Yeah, right. Way in there. That's a good size one. So these are on the new property that we just purchased. Yeah, so there's actually quite a few in here. And this is kind of wet. And as you can tell, a lot of them are blown over. So I kind of want to get in here and open them up a little bit. Letting the sun in will actually let the other ones grow even bigger in the future. So that's the service road right there, and then obviously on the other side of that you can hear the highway. Here's 3 pretty good sized ones. So obviously these 2 are stuck together. I may be able to get a log out of each one of those for the short end. They're kind of stuck together, which is kind of not the greatest for them. That's a pretty good size one. Just gonna take a quick measurement of that one. Yeah, it's not as big as I thought. It's about 16 inches. It's hard to tell on camera too, the size of these. So my other property is at the end of the service road. Then if you keep going right along the edge of the highway, there's some really big cedar in there. If I get a chance, maybe I'll zip through there and show you some of those. They're way bigger than these. I actually didn't have my tape with me that day. They may be too big for my mill. So, but what I'd like to do is get a couple of those 2 big ones for my sill logs. I was going to use black spruce or spruce. If I can get big enough diameter cedar, I'll use the cedar, so it's all the same logs, so they all kind of weather and stay the same color. But it's going to be a pain to get those out because I got to drive along the side of the highway with the tractor, and so if I only do it for 2, or my landowner, the land neighbor on the other side of that property, he has a service road. So I'll see if I can work out a deal or talk to him, load them on a trailer, and then haul them out his way, and then I would have to haul them all the way this way along the service road. I'll turn you back on here in a sec. I'll head over, but I already talked to my other neighbor on that side, who's the other landowner on the lake, and these logs that I cut here, I'm gonna pull them out hopefully down the service road. He's given me permission to drive all the way down his clear cut and then back onto this road, which is right close to the lake, and then I'll have a straight shot right across the lake. And yeah, so I only have to do this, well, 48 to 50 times this winter across the lake. Once I get them across the lake, then I can kind of take my good old time once I have the mill set up. But yeah, there's a couple good sized ones all in through here. One guy that I've been watching, log cabin guy, is the Bearded Carpenter, and he actually gives a lot of good information on doing the half dovetail notches and the reasoning, the way he does it, and the calculations, which is actually pretty smart. So what he does, he takes the measurement of the butt log part of the log, then the tip and the middle part. So let's say once he does a whole row or round, he calls it, which would be 4 logs all the way around, he'll try to use the same mean width of the log for all of those 4 logs within 1/8 or 1/4 of an inch. And then he calculates, he actually has a PDF chart that you can use, and it'll tell you what the top notch will be and the bottom notch will be on either side of that log. So there's no guesswork, it's all kind of done beforehand, and then you basically just set the log down on top of the other notch, and you may have to adjust it a little bit, but I kind of like that idea. And he had all his logs milled and sitting there in the yard, and he had all the calculations all done, the logs all numbered, and he drew it all out, and he had everything all set up beforehand. And I thought that was really smart. So it may not work out that good when I do it, but anyhow, I think that's what I'll try to do. Anyhow, nice day. There's a lot of actually big wood. There's a lot of big hardwood. That's all hardwood. I don't think this part has been cut all that much. You do see the odd stump, but they could have been broken off. And there's some windfall over there. There's a couple cedars, so I'm going to try to salvage some of that. I don't want to come in here and clear cut, because what happens is once you open this area up, everything that's left will end up getting blown over. They say you shouldn't cut more than 30%. So I just want to do some select cutting in here. Over the years, I'll cut a trail in through and just kind of pick and choose. That's why I was taking a walk on this little road. And if I can pick the odd cedar tree here and there along there too, that'll be way better. Anyhow, I'll pause this for now. And what I'll do is I was going to head over to that chopping and take a look at that. I may turn you back on there in a sec. If not, if you could share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. That's the end there, eh? Yeah, how's it going right there, eh? I'm back. I just came up into the chopping where my neighbor's at. Here's his road. I actually just drove in this way through here. He has a camp just down in there, which is on the lake, same lake that we're on. I thought there was a road going right in through here, so my new sideline or new property line is right where those trees are. So I thought possibly I'd be able to drive right in through here with the logs cut down. But there is another chopping closer, so I'll take a look at that. Might be the way to go. Just want to stay up on there on the mountain, so we own that whole mountain onto the other side of the mountain. And that little flat spot, that's a field that we have, and one of our deer stands. And it's funny, when we were making that field, my cousin and I, we thought, oh wow, we're in the middle of nowhere, no one's going to see us. Yeah, it stands out, especially in the summer. That's all green, nice green field, and it stands out like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, so you can see the property line's way up on the top where those big evergreens are, and actually the property line goes in 66 feet on the other side of those, and that goes all the way down to that swamp. Nice view, some nice big mountains. Hopefully you can hear me, all the wind. So the lake is just on the other side of those trees, just down in there. And like I was saying, the property we just bought goes from the service road way over there, 42 acres, 42 plus acres on this side, and then on the other side of the lake, it actually goes probably right in through here, and there's 10 acres on that side of the lake. It's pretty neat. When you get up on top of that mountain, you can see there's another lake way down in there. Nice view. Anyhow, I'm gonna go down to that other chopping. Here, stand by. Okay, so here I'm back, just off the service road. Here's another chopping. This is my neighbor's property. This is actually way closer to the property line. The property line is just right in there. So I'm just going to take a walk in through here, and there looks like there's some pretty good sized cedar on the edge. And this is what I was hoping to be able to drive through. But it looks like the road kind of dead ends right in here, so this may not work out. Anyhow, like I said before, if you could like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. That's the end there, eh?